Hi students, welcome to the second video of the chapter Life Processes, and as I have said that in the second video I am going to talk about the nutrition, right? The first and the foremost and the most easy, right? Easy method or to determine that a person is living or non-living, or the first and the foremost and the most important life process, that is the nutrition, right? So what do you mean by nutrition, right? What do you mean by nutrition? Nutrition means the process of taking food by an organism, right? In simple word, if we say the process of, right, the process of taking food by an organism, right? The process of taking food by an organism, it is what we call as your nutrition, right? And this food, whatever the person is taking up, it will be utilized, and its utilization, right, and its utilization for the body, right, or utilization by the body to build the body or grow the body, utilization for growth, development and repair of the body, right, and repair of the body, right? So this is what we call as nutrition, right? This is what we call as nutrition. And we also know that life on the earth depends on the carbon based molecules, and most of the foods are also carbon based molecules. So before we move forward, nutrition is derived from some compounds called as nutrients, and you all guys are very familiar with those 5 important nutrients. First of them is called as the carbohydrates, right, which are also called as the energy giving food. Second, you have that is the proteins, right? Third, we have that is lipids, or we have that is the fats, right? The fourth one which we have with us are called as the vitamins or vitamin, right? And the fifth, that are your minerals, and these are some important nutrients which are present in our diet, or we call it in our food, right, which are important for us to generate the energy which is required for the growth, development and the repair of the body, right? And based on the uptake or the mode through which the nutrition is being taken, right, the organisms can be classified into different type, right? So based on the uptake of nutrition, that is called as the mode of nutrition, right? Based on the mode of nutrition, we have 2 types of organism, right? We have 2 types of organism. One of them, that is you are already familiar with, that is called as autotrophic nutrition, or the animals which are autotrophs, or the organisms, I will not say animals, but the organisms which are autotrophs, they are capable of preparing their own food. And the another ones that are called as heterotrophs, right? Heterotrophs or heterotrophic nutrition, that means the mode of nutrition in which the person or the organism directly or indirectly depends on someone else for their nutrition. When you will go in the further class, you will come to know that the autotrophs are also divided into 2 types. The autotrophs which we are studying specifically, if you say that is your plants, they are called as photoautotrophs, right? They are called as photoautotrophic nutrition or photoautotrophs, right? That are your plants, right? The example here are your plants. And the another type of them, right, the another type of them, it is what we have, that is what we call them as chemoautotrophs, right? Chemoautotrophs or chemoautotrophic nutrition, right? Chemoautotrophic nutrition, and these are seen in the blue green algae, right? That is blue green algae, right? It is seen in the blue-green alga, right? So what is the basic difference between them is only one, that is here the light serves as the source of energy, where here chemo means the chemicals, that is inorganic and organic substance, they will serve as a source of energy so that they can make their own food, right? So we will talk about this photoautotrophic nutrition in the further part of the lecture, right? So now let's talk about the heterotrophic nutrition. So when we talk about the heterotrophic nutrition, the heterotrophs can be also divided based on the mode or based on the uptake of the food. They are called as what we call normal ones we have, that is saprophytes or saprophytic nutrition, right? That is called as saprophytic or saprophytic nutrition. Saprophytic nutrition means the organisms which are growing on the dead and decaying organisms, and they absorb the nutrition from this dead and decaying organisms, and that dead material or the decaying material will serve as a source of energy. And the example of it are the most easiest and the most finest one, that is the mushrooms. That is the mushroom. Another example you can go for, that is fungi, right? That is fungi. You have, that is bacteria. So many of the examples can be derived from this part, right? Another one which we have in our syllabus, that is what we call them as parasite or parasitic nutrition. Parasitic nutrition, right? And when you go for the parasitic nutrition, right, parasitic nutrition can be of two types. Further, it can be divided into two types, that is called as endoparasite, right? Endoparasite and ectoparasite. Right? Now what do you mean by ectoparasite and endoparasite? The parasite which is growing inside the cell of a host, right? It is called as endoparasite. Examples are like your bacteria. Bacteria can be an endoparasite. You have, that is worms, right? That is your ascaris. They are the common examples of your endoparasites. And ectoparasite, you have the lice, right? That is growing on your body, right? We have another, that are the ringworms, right, which are growing on our skin. So they are called as ectoparasite, that they grow on the outer surface of the body and they grow inside the surface of the body. So this is what you have, that is endoparasite and your ectoparasite. And the last but not the least, you have, that is called as holozoic nutrition, right? We have, that is called as holozoic nutrition. Holozoic nutrition means the organisms which engulf their food. The organisms which engulf their food or directly, they take their food directly, engulf their food and digest it and absorb them inside their body. And the most common example of this is what we have, that is amoeba, right? It is what we have, that is amoeba, the most common example. Then you have the paramecium, right? We have, that is the paramecium, right? It is the most common example of the holozoic nutrition, right? It is the most common type of your holozoic nutrition. So this ends the topic, that is the introduction of your types of nutrition and what are the different types of nutrition that we can see, right? And later on in your later higher standard, you will come to know that only this holozoic, saprophytic, parasitic, they are not the only types of nutrition. You even have, that is what we call as symbiosis, you have competition, you have commensalism, and so many of them, right? So many of them can be seen which are mentioned in your higher standard, that is in your 11th and 12th standard, right? And you can study them in detail over there. So here I am highlighting the different types of nutrition, so it will be considerably easy for you to understand and go through this notes, right? So this ends the topic we have, that is the nutrition in your animals, or the different types of the process of nutrition in your animals, and the different mode of nutrition which you can observe in your organism. In the next video we will talk about the nutrition which you can see in the plants, and also we will see a nutritive part in your amoeba, that is the different stages of digestion and nutrition derivation in your amoeba, right? And if you have any doubt related to this topic, you can just let me know, right? And I will try to help you in all of the possible ways. Thank you.